here, and we're going to have some fun talking about recovery today. This is a topic that I absolutely love. It's a lot of fun, so we get to talk and kind of jump into my world for a little bit. So we're going to talk about a few things over here. Jump over to this side. As you can see, we've got some of the most awesome tools over there that we are going to be going through. With this kind of stuff, recovery is so vital to everything that we do. Whether you're talking CrossFit, you're talking powerlifting, strongman, or you're talking about the weekend runner who goes and tries to get in a couple miles on the weekend. These exact same things can be applied to daily life. If you're sitting in front of a computer for 8 to 10 hours and you're not doing anything to pull yourself away from it, just like I tell my patients, you are working down the road towards an injury, okay? And as long as you take some steps to back yourself back up away from that injury by doing some recovery, doing some maintenance work, guess what? You have a pretty good day. But if not, you're just going to end up in somebody's office, and that's not what anybody wants. So I'm going to give everybody a few more minutes to kind of hop on here. If you have any questions, please ask them at the bottom, and I will make sure that we get to talk about them. We got a pretty good little list of stuff to hit today. All right. Few people will hop on. So why do we need to do some recovery? First off, what is recovery? Recovery is the fact of the idea that you are pushing your body to do a certain thing every day, whether it be sitting in front of a computer, whether it be in the CrossFit gym, whether it be in the Globo gym, whether it be running on the side of the road. It really doesn't matter. Your body needs time to heal. It needs time to recover. And so that looks different to everybody, but there are a few things that we can do across the board to really help people get better. So like I said earlier, if you are continually doing the same thing over and over and over, and you are not doing anything to pull yourself away from it, guess what? You end up hurt. All right, and you end up in somebody's office. I would rather see people from a performance and athletic improvement mindset than an injury mindset. Okay, it's so much more fun to work with people who want performance improvement as opposed to somebody who hurt themselves because of the fact that they may not have done enough of the recovery. So the importance on recovery: if you do not have set recovery days, if you do not have certain things that you do on a routine basis, you are overstressing that musculature. It's the same thing with your mind. What happens when you spend 12 hours, just mass cramming for a test? It's not great. You don't end up with great results. Your body does not like those long slog sessions. We've got to make sure that you're doing things to pull yourself away from those so you're able to do the fun things that you want to do. Number one, the very most important thing that I can tell anybody is sleep. This is such a simple one, but everybody leaves it out. It's so hard and I can't figure out why. If you are not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you're doing yourself a detriment, okay? If you're trying to wake up and get that extra 30 minutes of training, in all likelihood, you're probably doing more damage than you are help. So we gotta make sure you've gotta get that sleep under control. If you're tossing and turning all night, every night, maybe time to find a new mattress. Maybe time to do some yoga before bed. Maybe some relaxation techniques before bed. Finding something that can get you to shut your mind off for that period of time and let yourself go to sleep is of the utmost importance. Okay, so if you miss that, sleep is good. Okay, so do not leave it out. It's such a simple step, but it is vital. You've got to have some kind of a routine. I'm in bed 10 o'clock every night. I start seeing patients at 7 a.m. So I make sure if I'm off by more than 30 minutes, I know a difference. I see the difference in my mind and in my ability to perform the next day athletically. Second most important, which is just barely underneath it, are you getting enough water? If you are not getting enough water, guess what? Your body is basically an engine that's running on no gas. I mean, you have to have water to heal. Water is one of the things that helps flush our tissues so that we can have adequate recovery. Get those bad byproducts out of our tissues from working out, from sitting all day, from doing those things. water is what allows us to move. It's what allows us to heal. Okay. If you are dehydrated, even 10%, it's proven your performance falls. Okay. The next one, nutrition. I know. I'm not going to get into a big weight loss thing. I'm not going to get into this is better than this is better than that. I personally ascribe to the macro balanced diet. I go 40-30-30, which is the performance macros. I've seen really cool help with it, but I understand it's not for everybody. The thing is, you have to make sure that you're getting the byproducts you need to build healthy muscle, to decrease stress, to be able to improve your oxygenation of your blood. And so a few of those things that I recommend for almost everybody, especially if you have any kind of athletic thing in your body at all, even a little bit. Omega-3s, high quality omega-3s, so vital to building healthy cells. I use Nordic Naturals. They're a really clean, good company, and they put a lot of good stuff out there. The other one, a good quality multivitamin. Nothing against certain companies, but there are some out there, if you're paying $5 for your multi, it's probably not worth the bottle that it's put in. Okay, so the ones that I really like, there is Nature's Vitality, there is Intramax by Drucker Labs. I personally prefer a liquid multi. It absorbs a little better. You don't see capsules later down the road. And then finally, a good probiotic. 60% of your immune system is in your gut. If your gut is not healthy, you cannot be healthy. Just a fact of life. So a good quality probiotic, make sure it's one that needs to be refrigerated. Make sure it's in a dark bottle. Pretty simple and self-explanatory. Most everything at any of the health food stores will have something in that area. And then here's my personal little soapbox. I am a chiropractor. Surprise, surprise. Chiropractic care revolves around the idea that your nervous system controls every single system in your body. It controls heart, liver, lungs, muscles, joint health, everything. If you cannot have a healthy nervous system telling everything what to do, guess what? You're not going to get proper feedback. You're also not getting feedback to your brain. So you see a lot of balance deficits. You see a lot of decrease in strength building. You have to make sure that your spinal cord is healthy. You have to make sure that your nervous system is functioning as good as humanly possible. So it's not just about the pop. When we go in and we mobilize a joint, we are sending an afferent impulse to the brain to say, hey, pay attention to me. We are feeding the brain every single time we do that, okay? When that happens, it allows your body to function just that much better because you are providing nutrition to that brain. You're providing electrical impulses, which is what keeps the brain healthy. It also helps make sure that the joints move appropriately. We can go strictly from a mechanical standpoint. If a joint is locked and it's not moving, guess what? When you go to pull that 400-pound deadlift, it isn't going anywhere because the joints that are required to lift it aren't moving. Fair enough? So if you are not seeing a chiropractor at least semi-regularly, you're missing out. Every single professional sports team has a chiropractor on staff. Almost every single professional CrossFit athlete has a chiropractor. Professional athletes have figured it out. Mediocre athletes have figured it out. It's time for everybody to figure out that everybody needs a chiropractor at some point. Now let's get into some of the stuff that, some of the more of the toys that we get to play with. So we're going to come on over here. We've got our Normatec recovery room, which we are really excited to have that stuff. So these are the Normatec recovery boots. They hook up to this head right here, this little head unit there with that cord. That cord allows pressure to be pushed through that unit and it pumps up those leg sleeves. So these leg sleeves right here, they fill up with air and they start all the way down here at the foot, creating compression. And then it compresses at the ankle and the calf, and then the knee, and then the quad, and it does this cyclical motion. What this does is it creates a mechanical pump. That mechanical pump pushes that inflammation up the leg back towards the core where our body can really easily handle it, okay? The other thing, compression on sore muscles feels really good. The common statement that I get when people come out of these is, I feel like I've got new legs, okay? Who doesn't want new legs? I know I do, especially after doing high rep squats or any kind of anything pretty much. I'm in these things at least 3 times a week. I have access to them. But I have a lot of people that come in, especially after long runs or heavy lifting, and it just gives them that ability to get that blood flow pumping, get that inflammation out of there, and you can see your ability to recover much better. Some of the other tools that we really like, if you are not good friends with a foam roller or a foam ball or something of the sort, again, you're missing out. This is so easy. You can get a good one for 15-20 bucks at almost anywhere. I recommend a closed cell foam so it doesn't break down. So you don't think like a pool noodle. Those pool noodles just kind of break down. These are very dense, they're very firm, and rolling out on those legs makes a huge difference. Also on the back, the lats, the chest, you can use it pretty much anywhere, which is where that big, the orb comes in really handy, because you can get some of the places a foam roller can't. These foam rollers, again, they allow you to pump inflammation back away, and compression, while it may feel a little bit uncomfortable, can really help that recovery process a bunch. The last little tool that I absolutely love is this thing right here. This is my athlete's best friend / nemesis. If you have not heard of the Hypervolt, again, missing out. So what this does is it is a percussive massage tool. So as you can see here, we're gonna go here. This is the lowest speed. And then we got the second and the third. What this allows us to do is it lets us go through those tissues that are injured, that are damaged. That percussive massage has been shown to release tissues better than a vibrational massage. The percussive actually creates a wave and it pumps that inflammation out. It breaks down muscle spasm much more effectively. Okay, I use this very frequently on patients, on athletes, on myself, and it is a great recovery tool. So we've got all the fun stuff. These are just a couple of things we do here at Endurance to help with recovery. We've got everything from flossing and cupping and a few of the other little, maybe not so nice looking tools. They get a little mean, but hey, they do the job. And then we also have some electric stim things like that as well. So if you have any questions on recovery, please, we need to talk about it. We need to have a chat on what we can do to help get you to the performance level that you want. This is not just about elite level athletes. This is about making sure you can function at life. If any of you have ever been in a gym and you did a heavy leg day or heavy arm day and you go to work the next day and you're having a problem getting out of your chair, that's affecting your performance. Recovery is the name of the game. It's all about making sure you're able to do the things you need to do the next day. The final thing I want to talk about, I do something similar to this as well, but there is a program out there that I have a lot of my athletes use called Movement Vault. So Movement Vault is a program that is designed to help make sure you can improve your stability, but also improve your mobility. So it has a little bit of some things from static stretching to dynamic stretching to stabilization exercise to also just some movement changes that they try to work with you on, trying to make sure that you are stabilizing every single system. It's basically it's a program that's similar to what I would do in the office. Obviously not quite as customized as a one-on-one, but they do a great job of making sure that we can build some stability into our athletes, because the biggest thing that I see is not that people need more motion. A lot of people just need to be more stable, and the body will allow the motion as they get stable. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message, give us a call at Endurance Chiropractic and Sports Therapy here in Lubbock. I'd love to chat with you and talk with you about how recovery can change the game for you, and it can make you much more happy because you're not hurting quite as much, but also it can make you perform better, it can make you more sound of mind, and it can help you just overall do better in life. So thanks for listening, guys. Y'all have a great one, and make sure and live active out there. Bye.